All right, hey guys, Sam back for the final look today. Final coin members had voted on was to look at Cardano. Somebody's got to tell me how to pronounce that. I want to say Cardano, but Cardano, I see Car and Dano. Cardano? So I don't know, it doesn't sound right. I want to say Cardano. Anyway, ADA, how about that? So here's ADA to Bitcoin. This is the 4-hour on Bittrex. It's hard to argue. So, this extreme here, you're tempted to want to call that the third because it's the largest wave, but it's really hard to make a case for that given what we see here with this structure. So I am operating on the assumption and the premise that that's a completed 5-wave structure. Now, I am in log scale here. Take note here. It's not a dramatic difference. Here's in log, out of log. So that's log scale. So the first thing, so why do I draw that conclusion? And we've looked at this coin before. But if I go here from my low here to my one high, we go to the 786 to the tick, and we get a little ABC in there. So much more common for a second. Now we go all the way to the negative 100, which you will, as I've shown you guys several times, we know that negative 100, if you're just eyeballing, that's going to be very close to the 1618, 175 box. So if I pull that off and then we work on the assumption that we have a 1, 2 in, and I pull from this low to my high here, and you'll see that, right, that's exactly what we get. So here's the 1618, here's that little window here. So it's hard to look otherwise, because it wouldn't play as a 1, 2, 1, 2 to give this the third. Especially considering the shallowness of this correction here, much more typical for a 4th wave, and we get some sort of little clustering, some little triangle here. It doesn't really matter at this point, but so you have to make a commitment there. As far as I'm concerned, that's a 3-4, right? Given how technical this pivot was, and you can see there was subdivision all in there. So this is the impulse, and then we get an extreme 5th. That's crypto. So there we go. So now what are we doing? Well, we're correcting the whole thing. So if we pull from the absolute low to the high, so on the assumption that that's completed, right? So on the larger degree, then all we're doing is we're just going 1, and somewhere down here is 2, and then 3, 4, 5, much higher. Let's go to come here. Let's go to intermediate. Okay, and we'll put that in. We'll go to green. Okay, so that's the assumption that was a 1 wave, and we're putting in a 2. Now, one thing, this is where just having a little bit of reference with regards to Elliott wave. It's uncommon, if not, I'm going to go with, a purist will tell you never a triangle in a second, never, right? That's a rule. In crypto, I think we've seen cases where that has not been the case. So I'm going to use the word guideline. Knowing that an Elliott purist, I'll probably get a comment here saying can't be in the second. That's true. And a purist will tell you that you can't have a triangle in the second. But crypto, is different. It's been a different animal, right? It's trading very technically, but we have seen more than a few triangles in the seconds. Now, whether we're going to have that again, it's hard, this is certainly one. We go through it here. We get a little spike through it, but here's the test. Double bottom again. Looks like we're trying to test this again. So, all you can do here is go down to a smaller time frame, because this would certainly be more traditional. We'd have the A, the B, and then we'd get the C to put in a new low relative to the A, and there's our golden pocket. That's. This is a really strong project, and people are very bullish for this coin long term. So really what we're talking about here is where's a reasonable place to get long here, where you could get positioned to be holding for substantial upside here, that all of the potential is there. Well, if we're going to steer away from the idea that we're going to see a triangle, which is right now what's shaping up here, whether you draw it this way, you want to call it an ascending triangle. This pivot here makes it a little tricky here. So what do we got? That's a triangle. So, again, purists can't be the second. So what that would imply is that we're not done correcting yet. So we're more likely to get a channel, which would be more typical in the second. So you got to look at that and go, well, how could that play, right? So where are the algos? Where are they playing ball? So there's the swing low. There's the 50. So you've got a bit of a fib fight here. So algos that sold it here, here's their target down here at the negative 23, right? So we see the channel. That wouldn't be out of the norm for a second, right? Here's a 786, and we saw it do the 786 to the tick right here. So that would get us out of this triangle mode. So, so we go down to the hourly and say, well, how could we get there? What's the path to get there? So here's what we see in crypto so often. That's what we've seen, right? But it's much more likely to be found in the fourth than the second. So then in the back of your mind, you're looking at this big move up here, going, wait a minute. If we're going to get a triangle, maybe that is the third. Well, I can't go there yet. It's just this was too technical, and all the subdivision was there. So an extension in the fifth is not unusual, right? I mean, it happens all the time. So we have some targets down here, so we can look at this and say, well, we're stuck between two 50s, right? Do you see this? So 50 between 50. We're just stuck between these two 50s, the bullish 50, the bearish 50. So we're just waffling. Now, maybe it's going to take some definitive movement from Bitcoin one way or the other to help us resolve here. But if we're going to stay on the traditional path, we're looking down here. Right, somewhere between the 50 and the 786. That's your typical progression for a second. And then now we get out of this triangle mode. So how do we get there? Well, so we've got this one here. Well, then have we done another one? So if we work from that pivot to this low, well, here's the 50. Here's that algo target here. Does that play? We're still, it's still triangle-like there. All right, so you got to say, well, if we played there, still looks like a triangle. What we really need to see is a definitive five-wave structure down here to get a better sense of buying with confidence. Right now, if you're buying it in here on a triangle, in the back of your mind, you got to be thinking, well, I'm going against, what are we, 30s to the 85, 90 years of technical history here. We're going to say that Elliott didn't know and that crypto has changed the rules, and now we're going to see triangles in the second. Well, maybe it's things evolve. So what are the so again, you step back and you go, well, what are the algos doing? Well, we're pinging between two 50s. One of these is going to break. Now the break down here sets us up better, because if we get down here and we get down to this, then we get out of this triangle. To some degree, we get more of a channel. So this would have to be, well, you might have a WXY. So this might be our A wave here, B, and then then you'd have an ABC, and we'd finish down here. So this is where I would be aggressively buying down here. Now, I'm uneasy with that. So it doesn't mean it couldn't launch here. I'm not saying don't buy it. If you're a Cardano bull, then, let it fly. But, because if you like it here, you're going to love it here. So it's a question of, are you positioning for a swing trade? Or are you just looking for a spot to get in the market, and you'll average down your prices? If we're going to head lower, then you'll just continue to buy. So you'll buy the 50, buy the target here, expecting a reaction, and keep buying, just because that's exactly what the algorithms are going to do. They're going to keep buying it all the way down to the 618. If we break on the other side of the 6.5, then they're going to reverse. Then they're just going to wait for the next 50 and look to push it to new lows, right? So is that likely long term, for the Cardano bulls? Is that likely we're going to go back and revisit some of these prior lows? Well, it's been there before. This would be a likely target. The prior range of the third and the fourth would be a likely consolidation zone. So you could draw this over here and say, well, how does that line up? That would get us out of the triangle, right? So I would be, personally, I just wouldn't buy it here, because it's just, what are we doing? We're going sideways. Until we get resolution out of this band of 50s that we're in. There's no way to, you're just guessing, or you're just buying it because you love the project. You're not really trading it technically, because you're just kind of in no man's land there. So that's kind of trader's choice. If you just want to get long because you just are convinced this is going to be a home run ball and this is going higher, well, then by all means have at it. But don't be surprised if we continue to drift lower to challenge the 618 down here. So I wish, I like to be able to give you guys, trades that are setting up things that you could buy right now. It's just not there until we get resolution with the big gorilla, until Bitcoin, we get some clarity on what's happening there. just not surprising to see alts going sideways. As a matter of fact, alts going sideways is a good sign. So an alt that's going sideways, like Cardano, it's good to see, right? Because we don't want them just falling along with Bitcoin. It's good to see some of the stronger projects just holding their own. And we'll see, right? So, of course, I mean, you're spreading against Bitcoin. Bitcoin's going down, keeps going down. That's the frustrating thing about crypto, because logically you'd think, well, if I'm spread against Bitcoin and Bitcoin's going down, well, then why wouldn't Cardano be going up? And it hasn't played that way in crypto. It's been Bitcoin down and pulls everything with it. So we'll see. This is certainly one to watch. This is a great project. It's hard to argue with this. Long term is a great project. And then, of course, if that's a one wave, well, somewhere down here is a 2. Where's our 3? Yeah, a hell of a lot higher. All right, so watch list. That's all I can tell you. Watch list. It's just there's not a trade there right now, unless you just want to roll the dice. Okay, guys, that's it for now.